What is up, everybody? We are back. Hopefully, we end up with a better run than we had last week. If you don't recall, we got cut a little bit short. Had a sick kid, and poor little thing wasn't feeling well. Woke up in the middle of the night. So good news is she is feeling better, and we should be in good shape to go ahead and go the distance tonight. We'll see if we can't hit tourneys. We'll see if we can't hit LVLs, and maybe just answer any questions that we've got out. So before we get going, I've forgotten this, I think just about every week. I need to go ahead and put in my draft boosters. Quite honestly, I may have forgotten them. Take them out from last weekend. Yep, and that's still there. So you can go ahead and just jump right into the draft this weekend. You can hope and pray that it's not a running draft again. The bane of my existence. Get out. Which one is that? Is this the one that starts on the like the 1 yard line? Yep. All right. So we need to make sure we end up with a quarterback that's not Joe Flacco. I might as well go defense early. 105 wide receiver. Yikes. Let's see what we got. I tell you what, that's not bad if you get that guy stuck in a dime. Defensive tackle, and defensive end. Not really too excited about any of those guys, to be honest with you. Yeah, we'll get him. Maybe he gets bumped to that second end. We can maybe catch somebody on a toss or something. All right. Winston isn't terrible. None of these guys are too exciting. Probably end up taking Winston just to make sure we get somebody. Of course, now that we've taken him, we'll probably end up with a whole bunch of great options later on. Let's see, 101 should be good enough, especially if we get another cornerback later. 102, 102. Any of these guys exceptional? Well, Staley's not terrible. That's all right. Tell you what, we'll have to see what Jalen Ramsey can do when Luck's back. He's looking mighty strong in camp. And that green screen just is not matching up well. Oof. 112? Don't have to take that one on principle, don't you? None of these are any good. Anybody at least fast? Nope, nobody's fast either. It's a better acceleration. Acceleration's the same. Just in case we have to run the ball. Although we don't have anybody to throw it to except a tight end. Moncrief isn't bad for speed. Gotta go. Well, I guess he's a Jaguar now, right? you what, wide receiver looking a little sketchy. Still need to get a safety to round it out too. And he's slow as can be. Let's get somebody off. Bart Bowman's a Mike, right? Let's get somebody off the edge. What's up, James? Here we go. Keenan Allen, 108. It's gotta be faster than Dez. Oh yeah. Well, at least we have somebody to try and throw to at least. Here we go. Look at that. Pure luck. Look at that. Drew Brees just coming out of nowhere, falling, falling from the skies. We'll go ahead and I think we're definitely going to have to roll with Drew Brees real quick. Turn off that game capture real quick, just as I go ahead and purchase my additional rounds because I did not do anything this week on those. Let's pick up a middle linebacker. We get another good quarterback option, but I think we're going to have to go wide receiver option, and that has rounded out nicely. It's rounded out real nice. Defensive end, halfback, and offensive tackle. Yikes. Although I tell you what, I would love to use him as the halfback if I ran the ball. Who do I have? Yeah, he's not going to go there though, unfortunately. We should be good to go on offense. Quarterback, good across the board. Biggest hole right now is at defense. We still have that 79 safety hanging out there. That's going to be a problem. Hey, what's up, Mohammed? But you know what? We'll see if we can't get some pressure on the front at least. Yeah, let's kick that Jaguar out. All right. So from a skill position, we actually ended up pretty well, I think. I haven't even checked my game plan. You're in top five? Wow, how many did that take? Or are you still going? Are you going to grind that out till 3 a.m. Eastern? It's a heck of a grind right there. Tell you what, props on that. All right, what do you think, Vol? We gonna try and race to get the 15? At least we are out of the end zone. 350 tickets. Although I tell you what, those costs might be going up too. I mean, people are expecting to need them and not use them for next year. Might as well use them now, right? All right, let's see if we can actually get the ball down the field a little bit. I had someone ask me earlier whether or not Bomb Squad was back, and I'm not too sure it ever really left. People just got a little better at using it. So like here, you see the safeties cheating over. If you go out to the right, you get a much better angle coming across from it. And so what you should see is essentially that cornerback, if your receiver catches the ball, essentially gets pinned behind him. I'm not too sure Bomb Squad ever left. People just weren't as effective at using it as they could be. A lot of it's just about getting good position with the wide receiver. If you can get him ahead of that cornerback, then move the quarterback out so you're throwing down the field behind it. That cornerback's not going to be able to make it around the wide receiver. I'm not too sure that was the right read, but you know what? We got it. All right, let's see if we can't either get a good read. We know we at least have a good play on fourth and long. We can use 28%, so we're going to avoid those long passes the best we can. Unfortunately, we know we've got to use this one here, so at least it should be open. Butt G cross, yeah, that is a good one. It's one that's a new play this year. People hadn't really adapted to it too well yet. At this point, though, I think they've got. I just be concerned about it being countered. Now the real question is, can Kelsey get on his horse? And it looks like it. Yeah, that butt G though. That's a good play. Empty trips. Slant under is the other good one. We're going to be countered here. Maybe we can get out of it. Yep. Halfback got in the way. Drew Brees, not the most mobile. Didn't even think about that, but hey, it worked. And one on time. Thank you, Bomb Squad. Yeah, I didn't even notice that was a medium counter earlier. Open those later. I haven't even checked who's the player reward this week, Mohammed. Who you chasing after? I hadn't even pulled it open until just now. Busy weekends. This may be problematic. Nope. Yeah, I couldn't get it juked out though. Oh, this is the random 120. That's right. I remember hearing about that. Somebody else was talking about it. At the very least, they wanted to make it a. I was hoping it was going to be a shoot selector pack, but you know what? You get the one. Oh, 10%. That's awful. You get the random 120. At the very least, you can flip that into. Hopefully, flip that into boss tokens if it comes out to be trash. Get the block set up. Get out. Hopefully, he catches it. Well, that's unfortunate. Um, haven't even used anything yet. Let's see where we're at with short passes. This one's probably clear. Yikes. That that's unfortunate. Unfortunate film for that guy. All right, let's get the ball down the field now. A 120 DT. Oh, I mean that's the dream, isn't it? That's what everybody's after. Everybody wants that 120 DT. I mean that's defensive tackles are what's holding up the overalls right now. Um, You've got a couple of them floating out there. They're just super rare, but I mean that's where the bottleneck is on defense. Everybody's trying to get higher and higher and higher, and just you can't get past. If you got Mean Joe Green or Atkins or whoever else you got, I think that's who I've got. You just can't get past it with those two DTs holding you back. I think mine are like 127, 126. Good luck, have fun with that. 129 overall, not just defense. Nice. That that's the way to do it. It's impressive. I tell you what, it's between the bosses and Summer Blast. They gave us free to play guys a lot of good options there toward the end. A lot of good options. 130 defense. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm at 129. Hit another one. I'm at 129, and I am so leveraged up against the Easter guys. I'm not too sure I'm going to be able to sneak that out of 129 into the 130s. I know Vol on here has been pushing for 130, but I'll tell you what, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to make it, and I'd be all right sitting at 129 for the end. Wouldn't be too bad at all. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be my 15 and out again. Let's check out leaderboards here though. Bob the Slicer. Let's see. Top current. Hey, up to 4 now. Up to 4 now. Bravo. Bravo. 173 wins. It's a lot. I am not sure I'd be able to grind that. You're now up to 2. Now, is there a benefit to getting even higher than that? Is there a price for top 1? Got bumped on it. 3 more, so you burned them all. This was the go around, huh? Oh, he had Moncrief deep too. Now, was this the last tournament this weekend? So spend them if you got them, I suppose, right? Shoot, thought we might have that one. Yeah, this is probably good. You hear the horror stories of people um, that go to bed early or something else and just wake up the next morning in 101st place. Next week's the last one, okay? Well, probably a good idea to get them out early. Yeah, you don't want to end up in 101st place, those. Ooh, got a safety. What do we got a safety on? I said I haven't even checked the game plan yet to see what it is. Hail Mary. Oh, just straight up won it. All right. Hey, we'll take it, right? I tell you what, I am stoked for Overdrive. I don't know about you guys, but I am excited for it. Can't wait to get it and actually start grinding out with a bunch of people. Um, like I said, it's completely different. So take everything that you know from this game and just sort of just file it away as a memory. But I tell you what, it's going to be fun. Uh-oh. Real question is, can we bob and weave our way down there to the end? We may not have to. Oh, Kelsey's got that on his own. We're gonna drink as that runs. So, what are you guys looking forward to from what you've heard about Overdrive? What sounds the most interesting for you guys? And we've hit a lot of soft counters on those conversions. Ooh, got another safety. Let's see what we got that one on. Bunch flanker drive. Yeah, you catch a lot of people with that. Is there going to be a season mode? I don't know. Um, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they've said anything about it, yes or no. But the look that we got was pretty narrow scope. Um, it was just sort of to test out gameplay and functionality. So, anything that they've done since then to add to it, I don't know. I don't know what they've got in store. I know they've got big plans with the new engine and everything else, but I don't know in terms of details what's going to be in there. Gameplay, oh, gameplay's awesome. It is. Oh, this is problematic. Um, the no, the gameplay is awesome. Like I said, it's completely different. If you have um, played this a bunch and you're expecting it to work exactly the same, it's just not. There's probably going to be a pretty big learning curve for people coming out, and so I think you're going to see a lot of shifting around, like in terms of leagues and leaderboards and things like that. If you've been good for the past 4 years, there's no guarantee at all you're going to be good again, and so it'll be interesting to see. Oh no, that's not going to work. Oh, it will. Yikes! It shouldn't have worked. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out. It's going to be an adventure that first couple weeks, first month, as people really learn about it. Tactics are cool. It's really neat. I think we've all sort of had that helpless feeling where you're sitting there watching somebody catch the ball, Alan. You're watching somebody just drive on you, and not really being able to do anything. And so tactics are a really cool way to sort of impact that. The biggest challenge with tactics, quite honestly, is the fact that there is a lot going on um, while you're doing that. And so to try and manage all that stuff all at once, it's a lot to keep track of. Um, but if you can get comfortable where they are, get comfortable firing them off, I mean, it's going to be a huge benefit to people that can really use them and understand them quickly. Come on, Mom, could you please get me that first? Nope. 350 tickets. That's you, sir, are a madman. No doubt about it. It's probably going to be just no good luck there. At least where we're at, we still can get some good throws into the end zone if we can find some good plays to do it with. This might be one. We just got to watch the safety. So safety rolls over. If we can get him past. Oh, throw the ball. I tapped it, but it didn't go. And it went to the wrong guy. Yikes. That's fortunate. It was supposed to go deep. Um, the nice thing about not having a quarterback is you've got a little more room to throw the ball deep before you have to worry about it. You know what? Let's just get Kelsey out in front as a blocker. Come on, big boy. That's too slow. So what else have you guys heard about uh, Overdrive and gameplay and everything else? What else are you guys looking forward to? And I think, do we still have? We may not have. May not have. Nope. Oh, we do have scramble. May not matter. Oh man, Breeze out running guys. 50%. I tell you what. Whew, got another safety. All that for not. I tell you what. Our my percentage on those conversions is not lining up with where it should be. Spread FL drag, pulled out of it, and then got caught on blast. Hope EA doesn't make every good pack Madden cash only. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that's looking like. Like I said, it's not something we touched on, but I think people should be at least a little optimistic at the way the end of the year sort of shook out with summer blast packs, with boss boss tokens and events and everything else. I mean, they made a lot of stuff really attainable for people. Let's just start using trips hiding in wide receiver corner and getting out of there. You know what? If it's countered, you can get the ball off and still be in decent shape. Unless you do that. They made a lot of things really attainable for people at the end, and if that's sort of an indication of where they are going with things, let's try flanker spot. Then I think that's something that people should probably be pretty optimistic about. Starter pack for every promo was 100 Madden cash. Yeah, and you know what? They tried to do some of that this year, and they rolled out sort of some small little things in terms of boosters and things like that. And I think I mean, quite honestly, a lot of people, oh, that's not going to go well, didn't get position. Um, I think a lot of people just sort of either stayed away from him and didn't have much success with him. They sort of just went away with it toward the end, it seems like. But that would be especially nice. I mean, with what you've got going on right now with the um, what you've got going on right now with them putting Madden Cash achievable in the game. I mean, if that shoot, catch the ball. If that stays there and you're able to pick up things like that, then you can really get value. I mean, putting Madden Cash in the game isn't really very helpful if then they price all the players. Come on, Alan, catch the ball. They price all the players out of your price range. Doesn't matter if you've got a few hundred Madden cash, a couple grand Madden cash. If all the players you need are coming out at 10,000, Kelsey going beast mode on everybody. The stamina booster, yeah, I heard that. Just it wasn't something that I don't know if it was an issue with getting it to work or what it was. But people just, yeah, I mean, it just was not a big hit. People were not fans. All right, we're gonna need to win this one on conversions and time. Not scramble there. Make sure we have it in the option. And again, we get countered again. Been fortunate to be able to get out of some of those, but we're hitting these 20-30% counters regularly. Starter packs with big promos like Easter and Ultimate Freeze, yeah. Um, it's great to sort of get out, get ahead on some of those things, especially early on. A lot of those promos, you get out and you're able to do that, and you can actually flip a lot of that stuff to people that are trying to make an early run to it, bank a little bit of coin on it in the auction house, and then when prices come back down later on, you can buy that stuff back up, and you're still coming out ahead a little bit with the coins, and you end up with the exact same assets. You're just able to have a little bit of patience. But yeah, I mean, Ultimate Freeze has been a great. Oh, catch the ball. It's been a great promo through the years, and Easter has too. All right, we at least got the first down, so we can start moving the ball down the field a little bit, flanker drive and whatnot. It's open. It's going to be covered, tight and covered on the safeties, the back end. So we'll just hit the check down, move the ball. No, this play right here, if you trip shell across, is my favorite play of all season. So you've got here, you've got linebacker, you've got Mike here, so you've got zone coverage. You're going to watch this safety here, see what this safety does. If the safety moves in, you're going to have cover three, which means this cornerback over here is going to be responsible for the deep. Oh, and it's a 79. I hope we get that look. So it stays there. So it's going to be a cover two. So you just hit the guy underneath, and get the first down and move the chains, and you try again. Um, multi-read plays are huge this year. To be able to do that. The gameplay graphics. Yeah, well, I mean, if you hate the gameplay of 16, really sort of 16 plus, hopefully you'll be a full adopter of Overdrive next season. Like I said, completely changed. Um, I wish, and I don't know if anybody has it, I wish could show some before and afters, because they are just incredible with how different they are. But it's not just graphics, it's actual gameplay, it's physics. All that stuff is just completely different. It's fantastic. It's unfortunate for that guy. Why would you call gut though on a run? I feel like a terrible decision. At the very least, with toss, you get a chance running the ball to make it if it does get countered. So this guy's level 35. All so he went all in on the defense. 93, only 87 offense. So hopefully we can get down the field quick and get a stop on defense. So this one should be uncountered. If we just get Kelsey free and clear. Actually, the safety in, we might be able to. Couldn't get him free. So on that one, sometimes the safety will come in. We can do that. If you can just get the move with the tight end at the right time, you'll shake the linebacker, and it's good for 90 plus. But you know what? I got the first down at least. So it's at least starting to move the ball down the field. 102 cornerback. Ooh, gold safety. Got linebacker Mike. Linebacker on that side, 118 corner. So it should be a zone again. So we'll watch that safety. Safety stays out. Cover two. Cover four. Cornerback on the other side drop back, so I hit the underneath route when it comes out. Go back to empty trip, shallow cross. In season mode, when the quarterback shakes off the sack. Um, I don't know if I have or not. Oh, there's no good reads there. Just no, shouldn't have done that. That's a bad pass. You mean when you're on defense or when you're on offense? I've seen that a bunch on defense with a quarterback like ducks and your defender just goes right over the top. And that's as annoying as can be. I'm not sure if I've seen that. I don't know if that's happened on offense because, quite honestly, normally I get rid of the ball a lot. Um, I'll catch the ball, Alan, a lot earlier than that. And the AI shakes off the sack. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You get that a bunch. Not just in seasons, you'll get that in a lot of the live events. Come on, old man, hit that horse and run. And then always get out of bounds. Quarterbacks, I don't know what it is. They have been fumbling for people have been complaining about here in head to head and LVL a bunch lately. And I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's just a super low carry rate. But yeah, people have been complaining about that a bunch lately. See if we can't get a couple good looks at PA down the field. Watch that. Nope. Man, I cannot get guys to catch the ball. Bosvik, yeah, I'm still rocking Mayfield. Quite honestly, I'm pretty happy with him. I know people love Vic, people love Luck, and get oh come on, couldn't get there. People love both of those guys, and I've got no complaints. He's got 125s across the board for me in every stat I care about, including a lot of the agility ones. So yeah, I've got no issues with any of those guys. We are stuck now. We are too close to bomb it and too far away to have a good play in the end zone. Well, the good news is we are far enough away now. We we might be able to throw a couple, and if not, then we will be out of the end zone. We just got to get a good look. That's not it. Finally caught the ball, but short. 3rd and 13. Oh, we know we've got at least one good play in the kitty. I'm not too sure it's going to go 3rd and 13. Probably should have ran bunch halfback clear out because we know it's open. Yeah, that's the problem you hit. Just get rid of the ball. 7% though. Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. What do we need? 13. Bunch halfback clear out. Trips tight end flanker spot is still open. Yeah, this drive has just been plagued with drops, and I don't know if you guys notice it, but it sure seems like that. You know, when you get some of these and you start dropping the ball, they keep dropping the ball. Come on, Allen, gotta get clear. Got one-on-one though, and there you go, another drop. But hopefully, maybe we win on yards. This may be our first one we lost though. We won on a safety. That's terrible. That's terrible. We'll take it. I mean, a win's a win, points are points, but man, let me just look at that though. Drop, 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 um, drop. That one's just not able to get out in time. Just 7%. Just yikes. So you know what? Sometimes the game just says no, and that's one of the times the game says no. But the streak continues. Ooh, level 103, 97 offense. Yikes. Keith has been putting in some work this season. This one probably knows what he's doing. Again, try and start off with plays. If they are countered, you can either at least get rid of the ball or make some positive yardage out of. Kelsey got hung up there, so hopefully he can break free. And hopefully we can avoid the Dan Orlovsky out the back of the end zone. Yeah, held up just enough. Oh, that safety looks slow. I wonder. Yeah, 79. That's surprising. Let me see if he can't take advantage of that if he gets the right look. Got Allen by him. Hips weren't turned. Should be able to get over the top if he catches. Nope. And that has been the challenge all season. So the good news is, with all the, I shouldn't say with all, but, in the limited exposure we had earlier on in the season with Overdrive, like the catch stuff with the new engine and everything else, just not there. So it's one less thing to hopefully have to worry about. Fantasy scoring in season, yeah, I don't know what that's going to shape up to be. Although, I mean, if they have that, I don't know how you would integrate that. I mean, the whole point of the season modes, at least historically, has been to sort of emulate real football seasons. And again, we hit another counter on the conversion, but we made it. So yeah, I don't know how you would put that in there. I just logistically, I don't know how you'd make that work. But who knows? Like I said, it's not a game mode that I had a chance to even look at to even know if it's there. So it's kind of hard to say how they're going to handle it. I do think the fantasy scoring is getting a bad rap, and I will. And I've said this before. Oh, that was the wrong button. So we're going to have single there, edge rusher probably off of Kelsey's side. Just got to get rid of it. I've said this before. Um, I absolutely, when I first heard about it, hated the, come on, Kelsey, catch the ball. Hated the fantasy scoring um, aspect of it. Just thought it sounded awful. And the more I got a chance to play with it and do it and actually use it to compete and have head-to-heads, the more I actually came to appreciate it. So, like MMH, I don't know if you consider yourself to be, one of the top players in this, but I think the one thing that people can really appreciate about it is that no longer for the top players is there going to be this bunching of players. I mean, anybody can come out and roll up 24 points or, at least roll up 3 touchdowns in head to head. I mean, anybody can go out and do that. At that point in time, a lot of it just basically comes down to a dice roll. Who's going to hit the conversions, who's not going to hit the conversions. And so you really didn't have a lot of differentiation at the top of catch the ball, the top of the leaderboard. And so what this does is it allows for that differentiation to be there because no longer are you capped at how much you can score. Now it's just how much can you score in that time. And so what it does, I think, is it's going to let the top players really excel at the top end. And by doing that, really give you much more differentiation at the top. What's up, Maya? Season 38. Wow. I uh I am almost done with season 5. Um Seasons is not my mode. Um it's not my mode at all. And and as you can probably tell, my goal for the end of the season is to complete season 5 so I can get the Madden Master Brady by the by the end of the year. I'll probably end up dumping him into a boss set. Where'd my tight end go? There he is. He got blown up in the backfield. No, that's my goal. Get the Madden Master by the end. That's 38, man. Respect on that one. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Yep, last day. Hey, what's up, Bell? And I'll probably have to grind for him too to get it. Engage. There we go. And a pancake at left tackle. Nice. Probably end up losing this one on time though. Took way too long. No, won it on points. All right. 97 offense didn't help you too much. What happened? Oh, he got picked. 3rd and 12. Win again. The streak rolls on, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and that's just it. I mean, you don't at this point like getting the Brady. It's not like you're going to take him and like roll him out and start playing with him. Um, so, I'm the same way. My quarterback's better than what he would be anyway. But it's there just as the I don't want that one. It's there just as the trophy at this point, right? The participation trophy maybe, but you get the master every other season. Oh, this one could go big if I can shake the one tackle. Um, get the participation trophy if it's OBJ or Gronk or whomever it is. And like I said, you probably end up feeding them into the boss. In years past, when there wasn't any training though, when they were non-auctionable, so they just sat on your bench, and that's oh no, get in there. You just kept them, like I said, you kept the Mad Masters, you kept the Dominations, you kept the Gauntlet or plural gauntlets early on, and yeah, I mean, so they just keep them there and just check the box. It's not even on the year-end scorecard either, so there's really no benefit at all to having them then either. Do I think they should make the Antonio Brown Mobile Master higher overall than 100? I don't know how they're going to actually end up doing those next year. I mean, they completely changed the scaling this year. I mean, last year it was everything and all the stats were at 99. They just completely with training just took the lid off of everything. And so when we got, here a little while ago, just the gameplay sneak peek that we talked about, oh, this one's countered. Um, get it out. Oh no, did I run out of bounds? I ran out of bounds. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I couldn't even control it. He just jumped backwards out of bounds. Well, there's going to be our first loss. That's a bummer. Anyhow, so when we got our gameplay sneak peek, it was all like basically base cards, and so we should have won that one too. It was all base cards, so I don't know what the top cards are going to come out at. I don't know if they're going to have um, 99s again. They're going to go back to the 120s. Auction House had 125 limits in there. We never hit that one this year. Um, will Brown be a master? I think that's the assumption. I mean, you make the cover, you get the master. That's at least that's the way it's always been. I mean, Sherman had one. OBJ had one. Gronk had one. I'm missing somebody, but um, oh, this year Brady had one. So, I mean, it's just the way it's always been. I think that's the assumption. Was the Conquerors a replacement for Domination? I don't know if it was a replacement or just sort of a new promo. They didn't have time or really want to put in domination. I mean, they changed a lot of the stuff this year in terms of the way you can get things, and domination just didn't make the cut. So I don't know. I mean, it really sort of served that way, didn't it? But the way oops, I wasn't paying attention. I got to gabbing and just called the same play back to back. Oh, got away with it. But I don't know if it was intended to be just a one-to-one replacement, or if it was just something that they're bringing in new stuff, trying new stuff, and they had to get rid of other things just to make room for it. So, I can't speak to a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff like that, unfortunately. Oops, safety moved over. Allen's just so slow. Breeze has got the arm to get it down there, but Allen just can't get any separation, even though he's a 110 overall. He had like 107 speed. Come on, one big truck. There you go. Go, 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 go. Nope, didn't make it. Could have used fullback flare, but that should work. I think we still have quarterback scramble available. There we go. 8. Hopefully we can win it, at least win it on time. The other guy's still playing. That's got to be a good sign, right? John Wick, 100 overall offense. Yikes. This guy just went all in on that. Maybe hoping his game plan will be able to hold up. Got the first down, so at least start moving the ball down the field a little bit. A couple 40, 45 yardage should do it if we can get it. Nope, not there. Oh, it's going to be close. Let's try shallow cross again. On the left, too, so we should be able to have a little more room. Watch the safety. Safety comes in. So over the top should be open. Tell you what, quarterback hung with him pretty well for an 84 defense. Gotta wonder if he didn't at least stick somebody out there. Yeah, 101. There it is. Went up a little bit on it. Allen just can't get around him. That may be a bad throw if he can't get separation. Got the position though. There we go. Held on to it. Waiting for overdrive. Hey, what's up, Bear? Waiting for overdrive is so hard. Yeah, I tell you what. Like I said, I am stoked about it. It's completely different. It's fun. We had a chance to sit and play a little bit, and it is just awesome. And I'm looking forward to not just that, but looking forward to see what comes in terms of new promos and everything else, what they're able to do. With the new engine, sort of, you have to assume it's going to take off a lot of the limitations. So everything that people sort of, oh, we got John Wick again. A lot of the people that a lot of the things that you've sort of just been used to, you have to think just go away, and they've got new stuff to roll out. So, yeah, I mean, it's people that are excited about it should be excited, in my opinion. It's awesome and completely different. And hopefully, we'll bring in a lot more people into the community to play and expand upon what we already have. Haha, there we go. Safety bit in too hard. Oh no, couldn't shake him. Yeah, what's the drop on that? Is it the what, 15th? Is that what it's going to be? What are we at? 35-yard line. It's good enough for pin deep. We can get the right look. Oh, that's not the right look at all. Come on, Kelsey. We could have run that. Oh, give me one truck and we should be all right. NBA Live on the side to maintain to keep going. I tell you what, NBA Live. I started playing the FIFA Mobile. And I tell you what, they've got some cool stuff in there that I'd like to see. Um, just dump that one. That's not happening. The Madden folk do. So instead of like live events, one of the things they have, I'm gonna forget. Oh no, Edge Blitzer. Um, what it's called? Campaigns. They're called campaigns. And what campaigns are? It's a lot like the promos, but they're kind of like the what was the promo they rolled out early in the year where they're the underdog? I forget. It's just completely gone off. But what it is, it's a whole series of things. It's kind of like Conquerors, but then they stay up. You got campaigns for like every soccer league, and so they stay up like year round. So I mean, conceivably, like if Madden did something similar to that, they could have the campaign that could be like the most feared campaign. And lost that one 2 seconds. That's awful. Just that one play we got sacked by the fullback player. They could keep the campaign going all year round and just keep in the campaign screen. And I mean, that would be just awesome. Could you imagine it being Easter and being able to go back and grind out most feared? Or it being now, and you all of a sudden realize, oh wow, these the Easter players, the 110s that boost +1 to Easter players, are so overpowering. I want those to be able to go back and grind out those. Like if they did something in Madden like they did it with FIFA, like that would just be incredible. Hey, thanks, New Life. FIFA Mobile, yeah, and that's, I mean, I played some NBA Mobile too, but I realized that I really got into FIFA. The community is huge. People love the game. Oh, come on, get no, didn't make it. And it's what, it's fun, and I've just started playing it. They're not nearly as stingy with the it's not called cash, but with the equivalent over there, with that, you can grind that up. Not as stingy with the coins. It's fun, and you know, for me coming from, like I said, I've got a 120 whatever here, and then going over there and being just basically a rookie on a lot of this stuff. There's still a lot that I can do and play and have fun with, so I'm really enjoying it. Oh, come on. Why didn't you throw? And a 7% counter to boot. Yikes. Had the halfback right in the flats, but didn't happen. Well, at least we got man here. Now, hey, Steve Dave would tell me to just run the ball because the out routes are notorious for drops, but we made it. Live to tell the tale. See if we can't get a couple into the end zone. Cover two. Yeah, had it. Lost it. At least got the first down. We'll have to remember though. No no quarterback scramble though at the end. Maybe we can get that. Nope, still can't get the cornerback to bite down. Get the ball and break a tackle. Maybe make one. Nope. See if we can't use tight end corner though to get it there. Should be open. Use it earlier. Just catch the ball. And again, we don't have quarterback scramble, so we can't use a short pass to get in there, but at least it's uncountered. Hopefully we can get the edge and get our 8 at least. And we win on points. Alright, one more. Maybe we'll bust out some LVLs too if we get a chance. Hopefully we get to finish against Arse Assassin. People. People in their names. I tell you what, we get some weird names. What overall do you think TO will be? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what role he's going to end up playing in this one. I know they've got the was it Hall of Fame edition or whatever it was called for console. So I don't know what role he's going to play if any in this one. Um, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, if you ask T.O., he's already been disrespected enough, though, right? So I'm not too sure he'll be happy with whatever it ends up being. Um, come on, get free, Jones. Oh no, bump the button. We're gonna take a sack. And that's the downside of playing on Android when you bump the wrong button here. Can't get it back in time. So what do you think, Bell? You think T.O.'s making the right choice here? Not going. I don't know if he is or not. I mean, can't really say I'm a huge fan of him making it about himself. Anything less than a 120 would be disrespectful. Yeah, but I mean, again, the assumption there is that you've got the same scale that you've got this season. And if it's not the same scale, then what? I mean, you can't give him a 120 if the scale goes up to 99 again, or if the scale goes up to 140. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to shake that guy. Get out to the end zone. So I mean, I like what Dungy had to say, and of course, I'm a Colts guy, so maybe I'm a little bit biased on it, but he said basically that it's not just for him, this weekend that there's a lot with with his family and friends and coach. Oh, come on, Moncrief. Coaches that also would have a chance to go out and celebrate with him that are not getting a chance to do that now because he's not doing that. And it's not, oh, look at 2 free rushers. Yikes. It's not just about him, it's about, him also hurting a bunch of other people that have helped get him to that point. So I think it's a valid point. And of course, Dungy was there. He knows what it's all about. Hopefully, we can get this one up to the first down at least. Yeah, there we go. Of course, that's coming up real soon, isn't it? We've got is that what? Is it this coming week and then this weekend's a Hall of Fame game? Can't believe it's football season already. Awful. Speaking of football season, super stoked. It showed up last week. Got my season tickets yet again for the Luck Show. Hopefully it happens a little better this year than it did last year. I tell you what, all this preseason stuff, I just want to see everybody get out and not get hurt. I mean, it's too easy for people to get hurt on some of these meaningless exhibition games. Um, last year I was a little disappointed when the Hall of Fame game got canceled because of the turf stuff and the Colts were playing in it. Was disappointed not to see my team, but I was a little happy still that didn't have to worry about them getting hurt. Oops, we use our scramble again, so we're going to run the ball. What's up, Eli? Yeah, I am definitely ready for Overdrive. Been talking about it a little bit earlier. I think people are right to be excited. Something that's new that I think people are really going to like based on what I've seen. Oh, now we're playing the waiting game on this one. At least get our 8 in. I think we got our 8 in. All right, y'all want to do some LVLs? Hopefully, I've been played by now. Who do we got? Balls deep MMO. Again, you can always rely on Madden. Oh, have been good. I can take out the boosters now. Oh, come on. And then he kicks a field goal. Why are you calling the same 100% countered play? I mean, it works for me, I guess, but that's trash. So I gave up what? 8, 11, 19 points. Man, that's a bummer. Alright, we're going to play him back. It's still open. Yeah, the graphics are crazy. The gameplay, the physics are crazy. I mean, just the stuff you see is completely different. Alright, locker room. Let's put in Reed. And let's put in Harbor Pagano. Alright, and let's take out a bunch of these boosting guys. I am fully appreciative, even of these 115 neutralizers, of what they can contribute. We'll pop in Gurley. Never bothered to train him up because all I use him for is the neutralizer. Where to play in a high ranked competitive league or try how far you can take your own league. I mean, I guess you could try to do both, couldn't you? I mean, if you can commission, teach a bunch of guys, um, teach and commission a bunch of guys in your own league, you get luck out there, while at the same time playing in a competitive one with the second one. I mean, you can get a free to play account ground up pretty well if you can put the hours in. Do I not try to have a high overall? You know what? I don't really worry about it too much, if for no other reason than so I don't run the ball. Just running just doesn't move the needle. So I've got, let's see, I've got minus, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 17. I've got minus 17 long. I've got minus, no, I've got minus 20 long. I've got minus 20 short pass and minus 17 play action and minus 19 run because Gronk is a minus 2 run. Oh, and I haven't even looked at the defense yet. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. Anyhow, I got neutralizer out the wazoo. So the only real benefit for me for having a higher overall is to avoid the more serious counters. But if you look at it, the defenses that I'm going to be playing in our league, the way things line up, is I'm going to be playing 129s and 130. So I'm never going to get my offense up to that level anyway. So for me, instead of trying to get a higher overall to avoid the more severe counters, I'm just going to throw in a bunch of boosters, throw in a bunch of neutralizers, and just avoid almost all of them. Hopefully, we say that, and maybe I just end up getting wrecked here on this one. But no. So I mean, I don't worry about it. So I think my offense is now. I think it was 119, 120. I think it may be up to now. I added a couple players. Biggest challenge this season is trying to catch the ball in this field, right? I mean, this field is just awful. And see, there you go. You're already getting the short kicks. At least you've got somebody with a kicker with a big leg. Hopefully that will avoid a lot of those issues. So again, for me, trips, wide receiver corner, just get the ball moving a little bit. See if you can't get a good bailout play. Um, Throw the ball, maybe get a first, maybe not. And then you start working on moving the ball down the field. So we'll look at long passes. We've got 2nd and 1. So we want to make sure we can at least, maybe scramble for it. Ingram should be open over the top. Maybe the safety held in there though. And dropped it. Should have just ran for it. Um, let's see what else we got. Bunch flanker drive. We should have some good options coming across it, and we've got the rush option available too. Yeah, there we're just gonna run out of the backfield. Get out of bounds, hopefully. So we're actually dangerously close here to being too far down. So from 50 to 60 yards is really sort of your target window to throw the ball deep and catch the ball in the end zone. So here we'll actually be able to get back into that window a little bit. Looks like they're going to be covering a lot of the bomb play. So that one, I kind of expect that to be covered. So the safety comes down. So this guy right here is probably going to be a free edge rusher, but you're going to have one-on-one here. And so if you can get out of the way of this, if you can just wait until the right time, you should still be able to take it over the top. And as soon as he gets that position, you should be in good shape if he catches the ball. And he caught the ball, so boom, good shape. Wait till he gets engaged. Oh no, we don't have it. Oh, I forgot. We used it earlier. Happens to me at least once. Any community tournament soon? Did I make my logo? I did make my logo. I'll tell you the story of my logo. Um, any community tournament soon? All right, we need to talk about. I need to talk about the tournament, and I may end up doing a separate video. So yes, early on next season, I'm going to be putting together another community tournament, pulling a lot of the stuff. So I don't know if you had a chance to watch the one we tried to do last weekend, and so it was just one of those things where problems snowballed. So night before and earlier, I get everything lined up, graphics, everything all arranged, and wake up that morning and Legend from Mudhead, one of our game changers who was going to participate, sent me a message that says, "Hey, I got no power." I'm like, "All right, no power, fantastic." So turns out he couldn't make it. So I'm like, "Okay, we still have everything set up. We were setting up round one. We may be live countered here, so we'll have to pay a little bit of attention to that." So see if that comes up as a counter. So I go to set the tournament. Nope, it wasn't. I go to set the tournament, and instead of hitting seed by order, because we put people in specifically in a specific order to get those matchups, I just miss a button, and instead of seed by order, it goes to random. So now, when it goes to random, um, all of a sudden, everything, all the formatting, all the orders, he didn't even put his hands out, everything else just falls by the wayside. So I am trying to, on the fly, reformat everything, move everything around. And so I'm already in the hole on this one. Good, got good position there, single coverage. So I'm already in the hole to start with. He drops it again. Um, and so, so what I do is I'm like, all right, well, at least we have our game changer chat on there. We can have people do that. And it turns out that something happened in the settings where people couldn't hear that. So while this is going on, I am trying to reformat everything, get everything going, and provide 100% of the commentary. So I'm wearing like 3 hats, and I'm expecting to be wearing one at this point, and stuff's just snowballing out. And eventually it gets to me. I've sort of stalled and delayed too long, not expecting it to take this long. I set the rounds an hour so we could get it taken care of, not thinking we'd ever even hit that. When we get to me, and I didn't have a lineup set. Um, Turns out after the fact, I had my offensive coaches in, so like no Tomlin, no Purple Tomlin. I had like Reed and Pagano in. I didn't have my defensive lineup set. Um, and it still hadn't put in the field that I wanted to put in. And so it just sort of snowballed and just initially when it came out it was overwhelming. A lot of technical issues that just sort of built upon one another. Um, but like Bear Down and CHF gave us a heck of a match at the end. We were able to at least get some drama, get some pressure, really show a lot of the things that we needed to show on it. So I was really encouraged by that. Appreciate both those guys coming out to help with that. But I mean, it was just things that just snowballed and snowballed, and I'm sitting here trying to manage all of it, and it was just way too much. Um, but you know what? It is what it is. All right, there we go. Finally got that guy on the edge to break. So yeah, I mean, I'll be doing some more tournaments, but oof, I mean, and that's on me. I mean, I need to get things in and prepped earlier, and just didn't get a chance to do it. But oh well. I mean, it is what it is. That's part of the fun, right? Could you be in a tournament in Overdrive? Um, you know what? I think we'll probably end up going through the same process. I want to expand it out a little bit more, get a lot more people in. So if we do that, we'll make an announcement, throw it out to the subs, and see who we can't pick on that. So yeah, absolutely. Um, we'll see what we can do and open it up and see if we can't increase the pool on that. So the logo. I did. I did make my logo. Um, and I made this like a year plus ago. It was in one of the chats I was in, and I was working through a bottle of bourbon and a bag of veggie straws. And so I was trying to explain to people the right way to eat veggie straws. You've got the regular bags, you've got 3 flavors. Um, you've got spinach, which is green, tomato, which is red, orange, and then the potato, which is yellow. And so I was trying to explain to him, you take the 3 of them, you put them up against one another, and then you eat them all at the same time. And so I made the face, and I had drawn a hand holding them, putting it in there, and it just sort of grew out to be this just sort of crazy thing, and became synonymous with me and everything else. And so when I started this, I copied that out and put it on there, and that's where the logo came from. It was just me hand drawing something in a kick chat one night. I forget what play I called. All right, gotta go in the right way. Hopefully we don't get any cornerback squatters. Get some engagement. No, right tackle didn't hold up because right tackles don't hold up this season. All right, y'all got me talking. I forgot what I was doing. trips comeback was open, flanker spot, flanker drive. Let's run bunch flanker again. At least make this a little more manageable. Plus we're far enough out we can still bomb squad if we get it. Nope. Throw it out wide, get some yardage, maybe get the first. Yeah, we got the first. Good. Our MUT rating reveal, same for mobile for the base core players. I certainly can't confirm that. I do know that in my experience, you probably want to be incredibly cautious about how much you can glean from other reveals. Look at that. Free runner, although I still think we're going to have to rush this thing. Let me look and see, check the replay on the computer. To answer your question, I think you want to be careful about how much you try and glean the uh, from the other the console reveals about what's actually in there. Oh no, it should be open. I don't. People want to look at that and say, well, it's Madden. You can take it to the bank, and I'm just not sure you can do that. So I don't know if they are the same. I would probably caution you to avoid at least going in fully on those. With that said, it probably should give you a little bit of an idea of what people think the balance are. But as far as I know, the people that run Mutthead, not run Mutthead, people that run EA and run Madden, the console, it's a completely different group of people than run the mobile side. So, whoever it is that's establishing ratings, I'm not sure it's the same person establishing them for both. And so you could have variance between these two games just because it's two different people. All right, I've been gabbing long enough. This has probably been life counted at this point. If not, it hasn't. Oh man, this dude's going to get so much grief from his league. Alright, well, at least we know what's open and what's not open, right? So we know bunch flanker drive is open. We'll check the reads and see what we've got. So we've got the mic there. We've got safety here. So we've got a dime look on it. We'll have to look and see if it's going to be dime man or dime zone. Looks like it's going to be go. So now I need to remember we're going to do that. Looks like it's going to be some type of a zone. Had that cornerback squad. And that's just not a look you want to try and even bother to throw it deep on. It's just not going to go very well if you try and do that. Just a bad angle. Safety comes over and picks it, especially if you've got a safety that it's like has pretty high coaches boost. Some of them are coming off at 134. That's not the look you want to try and run against. See if we can't. Nope. So again, we're going to have the under route on that because the safety doesn't come or the corner doesn't come down. But at least we got some good yardage out. And I'm trying to think what was still open. See if there's anything we can run with this on. Oh, flanker spot. We should be able to get in. Oh no. So we've got a zone coverage here. So we're going to watch the cornerback here. If the cornerback squats in, this is the downside. If the cornerback squats in, the read is the corner, but with the corner in such a short field, it's going to be real snug. So yeah, that's the worst case scenario. It came in. So you try and just get over the top, and yeah, that's probably the way it should have gone, to be honest with you. Empty trips come back. See if we can't get anything out here. Use Moss as a blocker. Maybe. He was as good a blocker in this game as in real life. And I think we have scramble open again. Got that wide look on this one. So this one you want to try and take. Oh, come on. Right tackle doesn't even get touched. Oh, that's awful. Free runner on what should have been a gimme 2-point conversion. So we're going to end up with a 20 on this one. Oh well. I mean, at least we beat the guy that rolled off a 19 against us. But yikes, that's unfortunate. All right. Well, let's go back and check check our tourney, see if we got our wins. It's still waiting. All right. So it looks like we've got a 3-minute Q&A available here. Not too sure if there's anything else. Let me go bust out a head-to-head real quick, although I am sitting at silver. It may take me a few minutes to to find a match. Let's see what we end up getting on this for a matchup. We may not get much. Maybe better off playing the tournament. Oh, we can't play the tournament because we're waiting on this guy to finish. I don't know what it is. Seems like that 15th matchup always seems like it's the worst and the longest one to try and get something on. Oh, we got a matchup. Got a head-to-head. Let's see what we got. Bruce. Bruce has got a 110 defense. Oh, poor Bruce. This may be a quick one. Let's see who Bruce's main cornerback is. A 114 speed Daryl Worley. All right, we are going to put this to the test to see whether or not there's actually any um, any spam on these. Um, I know some people always complain that when you get these matchups where they're so far off that EA tries to make up the difference a lot, and I'm not sure that's been my experience at all. But you know what? We'll put it to the test and see what we got. .110 defense. Hopefully we can get this one knocked out pretty quick. So this one, if we can just get the right tackle to engage, we can. So we'll take the dump off and just drop it. Fantastic. Short pass. 120 safety, but the 120 safety moves over, so we should be able to take this one pretty easily over the top. Yeah, I mean, there's a downside right there. You're just hoping that you can win on counters, and it's just so hard to do. Get engagement on the left. I did this on all Madden, didn't I? What's up, Maya? I'm gonna exit just to make sure this was set on all Madden. Should have been. Yeah, all Madden. There you go. Yikes. Alright, well, we'll see what we can do. Trying to burn the last 3 minutes before the tournament ends. Burn the last few minutes before the drink ends. Yeah, I know you guys are hyped. So I'm going to go on the assumption that I'm not going to be live countered during this one. So I might as well go and try and test out new plays. So again, safety goes over. So it's either going to be a cover 3. I didn't even check to see if it was a man look or a zone look. But the result's the same. Good over the top. Oh, that was flipped. Alright. It's going to feel weird. 13%. So looks like we're barking up the right tree too on the plays. Yeah, I agree. I mean, in season Madden's just boss. I mean, You've got almost all the big promos. You've got Most Feared, whatever the Thanksgiving thing ends up called, and whatever the Ultimate Freeze or Christmas promo ends up being. You just have so many good options in season. It's fantastic. Do a little bit of dipsy do with the quarterback, but we got it off at least. And let's hope we can remember to there you go, run bunch spacing, not flipped. Make sure we get engagement with the left tackle and outrun the guy. So easy 24. Do you think we will have something close to the BCA promo next year? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. A lot of that stuff gets handled elsewhere. Yeah, expired one, that one. A lot of that stuff gets handled elsewhere, and that's just not something that we get a lot of promo input on the promos. Um, so I mean, it's always been a great promo. I mean, you've had a lot of great cards coming from that the past few years when they had it. So you hope just from an opportunity standpoint, there's something there. But I don't know. I don't know the status of it. I just hope they're able to keep things going. Hope they're able to keep things fresh on that to be able to keep things moving. So we're not going to do it. We might as well do the draft here. At least maybe pick up our last safety that we need. Mike linebacker, defensive tackle. Where are we at on defense? 107, 107. You know what? Run a 3-4. Pressure to come from the edge. Let's run that. Quarterback. Don't need any of those. So this is an easy choice. Run the mic. And let's see who we end up in the MVP round. Quarterback, cornerback, and wide receiver. That's a trash MVP round. What are you doing? That's awful. It's absolutely awful. I mean, Roby's fast. I mean, so I'll go with him, but that's just not a good round. Oh well, it's not going to matter. Boost that defensive overall too. Up to 98. So all right, so we rolled up our 3 touchdowns in leagues. Rolled up our 15 wins. I think we got it in 17 tries. One of which I'm not counting because I accidentally ran out of bounds on the 1 yard line. And then we got a 3 bonus head-to-head drives. Rolled up a 24 there. So all right, any other questions y'all have before we go ahead and call it for the night? Looks like we've been up about an hour and a half now. So I know we talked a little bit of overdrive earlier. I know people are excited for that, and I'm excited for it too. Um, Started mine 3 days. Yeah, man, it's starting out these channels are a grind. Hopefully you can avoid a lot of the pitfalls and everything else that I've had along the way, and it's been fun. It's been a fun adventure. You get to meet a lot of cool people and do some cool things, and I've enjoyed it. Still trying to figure it out though. That's for sure. And probably will for a while, but you know what? It is what it is. So, all right. So we are at 90 minutes right now. It is 11:30 my time. I'm going to consider it a success if for no other reason than my daughter, who was sick last weekend, is feeling much better and is now sleeping. Knock on wood, all through the night. So, all right, hey guys, appreciate it. Take care. Peace, and we'll talk to you guys next week. See you later.